It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at you. I know my frame is a little trashy, but we're gonna focus more on the actual brake section this time, and you'll just hear me talking. But we're getting to the point of taking this wheel off. I already got it jacked up and everything. If you need more details, feel free to throw them in the comments as far as how I got to this point. But if you're working on your brakes, I would imagine you probably know how to get to this point. So, trying to think of what the best angle is for you guys. Probably the other way, actually. Let's move you guys to the other side. So, if you can see that decently, I'm done shaking everywhere. Here's the brake caliper, and then behind here should be 2 bolts from what I understand. Let's turn this. Actually, I'm going to key for that. So, I gotta pop those off, and the screwdriver's over there. I think it's these. And those come off. And this whole thing should come off. I hope. We're about to find out, I suppose. Let's see if it's this one. Okay. So it is a metric 7 hex head. Just like that. And of course I don't have all my tools with me. You don't have to use a breaker bar one, but that's what I have down with me right now. My other one's upstairs, apparently. So that actually popped off really easy. Nice. once I get this off, I can show you on the caliper where exactly the bolt is. Well, bolts, there's two. Shit, there's a lot of thread. There we go. Okay, so your bolt just looks like that. Little hex head there. But I can probably leave them in that boot so they don't get fucked up. Because there's a little rubber boot back there that I had to take these caps off of. So, alright. Break the other one loose. That one off. So, okay, that made this loose. What is holding it on yet? No. I might have to look at more shit for this, but let's see if I can figure it out quick. Top one, which is right there. That's the shiny piece there, and then there's a bottom one right here. Okay, so I'll put you guys back up now, and there's this one clip I had to take off that I looked a little different than what I seen. So I think I should just be able to. Helps to have picks, by the way. Finally got these. I'm super happy about it. How I'm gonna get this out, I don't know. No. Ah, okay. So have you seen how I did that with how this clip's set up? Snapped in here. Adjust you just a hair. Snapped in here, and I just took my screwdriver or my flathead, stuck it in that gap, pry away, because there's a tab in there that locks in. So you just get this really nice and in there. Actually, in that case, it just flew right off. But I know that looked really fast. But this was there, that was there, and this just pries out. That tab comes out and popped right off. So not too horribly bad. I might need to push this brake off a little more though. Which I'm just taking the outside of the rotor and prying against it to push the rotor back. And hopefully, Jesus, if I could get a decent grip. Oh, okay. They make it look easy. Mechanics that do this shit all the time. But try to get behind the front of the rotor and then put it back, and that actually, yeah, it worked a lot better that way. So I'm compressing the whole boot, which is pushing all that back in the master cylinder, or reservoir for that matter. So now that's loose. Ta-da, comes right out. Wires and shit. What do I want to disconnect? Do I want to disconnect anything? I don't think I really do, because I have brake lines and shit. Oh, I do want to disconnect that. Brake hangers, caliper hangers that can hang to this would help you immensely in this as well. How do I get that out? Thankfully, it doesn't fuck with the brake line too much because it's all a bracket. But I still need to figure out how to get this out. Damn, dude. That's a pain in the ass. Put that back in there. Let's see if we can get this off somehow. I'm just trying to pop the wire sensor out of its bracket that holds it there, so I can unplug it and replace that, because my new one has a sensor on it that goes in that place. And I swear I'm gonna end up breaking this shit. Take the wire off. It's not gonna do anything right now, I suppose. Don't be surprised that these are hard to get off either, because they've probably been sitting on for a minute. There it is. Just grip and pull. That was the easiest way, and I didn't break a clip, so we're good. It was a pain in the ass, though. So that's out. How do you get that out, though? Screwdriver, probably? Specialty fucking tool like everything else on Audi. Kicks, of course, always help. Oh, that pad's trying to come out of me already. Oh, you're an idiot. So, that little plug here that comes from the brake is actually a twist lock. It'll be flat, so say like that, it'll be flat in the bracket, turn it sideways, and it comes straight up, so you don't have to pry on it. So actually, decent engineering on that one. Don't always expect that with cars though. So, take this off. That brake pad comes right out of its thing. If you can see, my brakes are okay, but that's not why I'm replacing this. My rotors are fucked. So, lots of vibrations and shit. But both these just pop right out. Those snap right into the little caliper holes. This one doesn't move at all. The other one does. And in this case, I'm probably going to save the pads just in case, because I'm cheap like that. But yeah, so just trying to push those back down. Some people are having some fun on bikes right now. You can hear it. If you guys can hear that, I don't know if you can. Yeah, there's some shit in there. Put this back in there. And alright. I'm gonna get a C-clamp. Give me a second. So, anytime you do this, you're going to want to use a block of wood if you can. Take this C-clamp all the way out. And it's just better to have your caliper backed all the way off. So the new brakes slide on without a problem. So, put the right one back in there just because it's being kind of a pain and slipping out. It's not the same size. Nope. Use this to break the clamp. The hardware while you're at it. Probably. At least it's good practice for putting new ones in. God, man. They're never fucking easy. There. Jesus. Back and forth, back and forth. So, put your wood in there. C-clamp needs to be backed off far enough. Which this angle's horrible if you leave the brake line on, which most people will. Yeah, that's not backed off far enough. And make sure whatever you C-clamp onto, don't touch a brake line or something, you know, because that's no bueno. Good Lord. Pain. Okay, so I got the type, and just tighten it down, push that caliper all the way in. It's not super hard, you just crank it down. Of course, you got to make sure that your C-clamp's centered and whatnot, but like I said, not that hard. I think I did pretty well. Got most of it, but I'm not centered, so that's not helpful. Back this up more on the other side, probably. And of course, now I'm stuck on the brake line. There it is. Whatever you do, don't break your brake lines off, because that'd be bad. And you gotta buy new parts. And for this, I think that little elbow, that metal elbow for the brake line, like 40, 50 bucks, something like that, just for one of them. It's like insanity. Back in. This goes back in. That'll work to push there. We're done. Electrical wire shift. How? Apparently I twisted this baby up a little bit. But the important part is the caliper's compressed now. So I'm going to take this back off before I break something. I'm going to straighten this out. And then we'll straighten it out with the C-clamps out of the way. Oh yeah, I just had it twisted up, that's all. No biggie. Oh, that's what I broke off. Good thing it's the old one. Brake sensor was already screwed anyway. I was wondering what fell off. It's the old brake sensor. No big deal. That's why my sensors were working like shit. Because that was already basically corroded through. But that's all the way compressed now. And we can go with the new brakes. To the best of my knowledge, I've never come across brakes that were left or right. You just gotta make sure in this case, one's a sensor wire that goes on the inside, and one is just a standard stationary. So, we'll, well, yeah, I think I can pop this in, yeah. That popped in there. So you see the clips go all the way through a hole there, and they just lock in right there. So that's that one. Which actually we still have to do the rotor on this shit too. Forgot about that part. Whoopsie. Oh well. We'll get there. But this is the brake pad part of it right now. And then this one, same thing. See how much larger those are? That's why you have to get that caliper pushed back. And the wire one is not easy because it goes inside the brake caliper. So be careful not to break your pins, because I've done that before and that's not fun. That means restart basically. There it is. Okay. So if you just kind of wiggle it back and forth, it should pop in. Okay, so that wire went around. There and locks in, and then this goes onto it and locks on. So that's good. Okay, so now the part, if I can set this caliper back on the controller, or on the, yeah, controller. All right, looks like I have two fairly large hexes that I have to take off. I take the rest of this bracket off so I can get the rotor off. Not a huge deal. I think I had to take that apart anyway. We'll see on the other one, but which I'll do the other one on this video, but the main portion of this video is the first part. So, and I might actually rip this video and edit it to make it smoother. That's what I was doing. More than likely it's Audi. I bet you it's millimeter, which a 19 is not big enough. And that's no bueno, because 19 is as big as I got. Shit. Okay, well, we'll make English work. 7/8 is loose. 13/16 better not be. Okay, 13/16 locks on pretty good, so it might even actually be a 13/16. Come on, dude. That's okay. Killing me. Do I have one in the bigger? Maybe. They're small. Don't. Well, that's just screwy. This set sucks. Well, my 3/8 drive would have been a lot nicer to have for this, but I'll use the breaker bar for everything. It's fine. Oh, those are on there good. Whew. I was worried I was gonna have to get a breaker bar. And with a 3/8 drive, that's no bueno. You don't want to put a breaker bar on a fucking thin ass drive like that. Okay. That's one, huh? Let's see if I can get the other one. There. The other one came easier. Just gotta put some muscle behind it. Let's see. I don't know if I can. Okay. Apparently the chat is up, so nobody's saying nothing. Cool. I wasn't sure because I didn't know how it works when I do it horizontally like this instead of vertical on the phone. So to make this easier on myself, well, maybe not. I might put this bracket back on the caliper before I put the whole thing back on, but we'll see. Depends on how I feel. Okay, so that's your 2 hex heads. Don't lose your hardware, because that's no bueno. And that's your caliper bracket that the caliper screws into. Now, I think I need the torque side to take that off. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Seems like I would. Because I don't know how else it would come off. So I think that torque side's got to come out. I think. I don't know what else it would be for, so. Probably, what, T25? 30? 25? Yep, 30. Okay, there. So those torque sets at T30. If you don't have torque sets for a Volkswagen, you're fucked. And be very careful with torque sets because they're, oh, and don't tighten them maybe. Don't be a fucking retard. Jesus. Because you'll strip these fucking torque sets out easy. There it is. Wobbled a little bit, but not too bad. Oh yeah. Okay, so this torque set is what holds that rotor on. That's what I figured. And there you go. That's your rotor off. And your steering knuckle. Now to put it back together. We already did the brake pads, now we'll do the rotor. More EBC brakes. Yay. Oh, there's a left and right on these. Whew. I suppose because they're slotted. Yeah, I went fancy. Mainly because I'm tired of burnout brakes. So, my mechanic buddy at work suggested EBC. Not a promo for him, but because I haven't tried them out yet, but he swears by them, so. Oh, don't be fucking up your rotors, goddamn. Probably gonna put a lug nut in first, or a lug bolt, because that'll hold it on a little easier. Because that tiny one's kind of hard to put on. Where are you? A 3/8 ratchet would be so easier. This isn't going deep enough either, but it holds it there at least so it doesn't keep falling off on me. Maybe stud one more in so it stays steady. Just add one in, maybe. English, not an easy language. Jesus. Okay. Let's see if I can figure this out. If I didn't toss it, oh well, it's over there now. There we go. See how much easier that was to thread when it holds up there? I don't have to worry about falling off. So I guess I didn't need that extension anyway, but it would have been nice. Make sure you seat this all the way, because just like I noticed here, because you're not throwing this over lug bolts that are already there like a lot of other vehicles, you have to make sure the seat's all the way around that center and doesn't offset, because if it does, and you throw this all back together, assuming it even fits back together, and you go to hit your brakes, this starts wobbling, that's going to be no bueno. Definitely no. That's on the good. So like I said, that was a T30. Your lug nuts are 17s. The hex bolts that held the caliper bracket on this one, that was what did I say, 13/16 is what I used, and it was tight, so I think that actually was English, which is weird because Volkswagen's never English, at least not in my experience. And this is my second one, so, and it'll be my last one, because Jesus Christ, fuck Audi. It's been a pain in my ass, like for real. This is probably the easiest job I've done on this Audi. But anyway, so yeah, that, and then the hex heads, this one, the reverse hex, whatever you call that, it's an H7, so that's back on. Now, let's see if it's easier to throw this bracket on here, or if it's easier to put it on. I don't know. That means, I don't know if this is going to work that well. We'll see. That actually might be a little easier. Still can't really give you a decent camera angle, but if you can kind of zoom in on your video right here, or I might edit it in a different video. This is your H7s here. So I just threw that bracket in there, and I'm going to take my H7 and try to thread it and see if I can. If I can thread it, then I can probably put this on decent. I think it's 30. Oh no, it's not. I missed. Don't tear that wire off if you got new brakes on already. That'd be bad. See better. Ow. That's my finger. I figured typical words said by a mechanic. That's my finger. I guess that wire just goes there. That's weird. I would think that shit would get crushed. Because if it went the other way, it'd get ripped right off. Anyway. No wonder those chrome go to shit after a while. Oh, that's right. I used the breaker bar for this. That's why I'm using this. Oh, make sure you have your 3/8 ratchet. Because I'm going to guess you probably have a similar socket set to me, and most of them are on 3/8. Not to mention 3/8 is just easier to work with. that's finger tight. This other one might not be so easy to do. So I'm just gonna put this on now. And that's why I wanted to do it the other way if I could have, but easier. The brake lines were disconnected. And for those who are wondering, for break-ins on these brakes, read your instructions. There's usually some special instructions based on whatever brake you use. EBC's got their own style, you know, so that's my recommendation as far as that goes, because there's obviously a coating on there. Look at this one. That's a coating. That's your braking coating on EBC. I'm not sure that all brakes necessarily have that, but yeah, you got to break them in. So. Alright, let's go. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Nope. Yes, I did. That's how we go. Somewhere. Oh, it rolled away on me. Oh, that wire gets in the way, that's fun. Huh. Where would I normally put you? Probably wrapped that way. If you grab that way. What you want. Watch your wires when you're putting this stuff back together, because my wire right now, the reason I'm messing with it is because it wanted to go where I didn't want it to go. And it would have pinched itself, so. There. That should work-ish. Hopefully. Line your bracket back up. Some of you may have found it easier to do it differently than I did. I like having the caliper back on because now it's all together. I don't know, just my decision, but you could put the caliper bracket on and then the caliper back on, obviously. There it is. Those of you who are watching right now, that are just watching as subs to my channel, just throwing this out to you a little bit later once I get this done and cleaned up and whatnot. I plan on doing a reaction live as well, so just throwing that out there. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I will. But the cool thing was there's only 3 sizes of sockets in, or 3, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. Not all sockets, but they all go to my socket set anyways. Finger tight. Yeah, remember your ratchets. Because my hand's cramping like a bitch now. Mine's somewhere upstairs and I didn't feel like going to find it when I'm trying to do it live. And I don't know if you guys seen that tire, but if you did, don't worry about it. Yes, they're wearing uneven. I need to get this lined, which I don't want to do myself. I'd rather get it accurately aligned with the machine. And I need new tires too. So there's that. But brakes still have to be done. And I don't know about you guys, but being that this is the brake caliper bracket, I'm gonna get this nice and tight. Yes, Audi, Volkswagen usually has specific foot-pounds or whatever. I don't think it's foot-pounds. Might be, what is it, NM or some shit that's the metric? I don't know. But specific torque that they're supposed to be too. I don't care. It's not the engine, so tight's tight, you know. That's the way I look at it, and I've never had a problem with brakes when I do them myself. Oh, because I haven't tightened that yet. Duh. It's like, why is that loose? I haven't tightened it yet, stupid. There. Oh, yeah, that was not close to tight. That's the other thing I hate about it being back here, which you don't have a choice. But it's hard to put the right torque on it. Because you're pulling at a hell of an angle and you're risking stripping shit out. Which is why my Dodge that had torque spits back here, or not torque spits, the other way, the Starhead. Dude, I fucking hated that. I rounded off 2 of the 3. I was like, God damn it. That was not fun. That was a Sawzall day. No, I borrowed my buddy's die grinder and put a cutting wheel on it. Yeah, die grinder without a guard, cutting wheel. Smart. It's what I had. What I had access to. There you go. Well, she's stuck in there now. I know you did it good when you get the socket stuck in there. Or you partialed it and, yeah, borderline fucked it up, but whatever. So, she's done. That's it. Wires connected, whole 9 yards. So, if you guys want to stay tuned, I'm going to do the other side now. Once I throw this tire back on. So, yeah. That's about what I got for you. Yeah, like my wear job on the inside. Showing fucking nylon. Yeah, that's way out of alignment. A lot. When you got this much tread here and nothing here. And yes, I painted my fucking rims. Deal with it. I'm cheap like that, and that was my truck. Nope. one of the other things I'm not a huge fan of with Audis. And I think my X3 was the same way, so BMW same. But lug bolts instead of lug nuts. It's hard to line up shit. Gotten used to it, but it's way harder. Just want to get these somewhat tight before I drop it. Well, I'm not dropping it yet, but once I get the other side done, I drop it. And no, this is not how tight I'm gonna have it when I drive it. Like I said, just tightening before I drop. Alright, so that's that side. I will move you guys first, and then I'm gonna move all my equipment over. That's probably like here. It's a little narrower on this side, but it'll work. Whew. Uh-oh. That's what I forgot. For those who are playing the home game, I forgot that. So, we're going to go back and do that. Yeah. We'll save it. I'll keep doing this. One of these days I won't have a project that I go, oh, I forgot that. But it happens. It's really fucking narrow. Holy shit. I'm gonna turn the car the other way. Un momento, por favor. Oh, truck stop. I just got fucking narrow. I don't want the bucket. Buckets irritating. There's that. And then, real easy, just put this over here. Alright, now to start this over with proper instruction that I can use later. So, first thing I'm going to do is pop this retainer off. Try not to beat myself in the face with it this time, because that could have smashed me last time. That was just pry back. There's a little tab on there, and it comes right off. This, I need a pick, stick in on that tab, and then just wiggle that off, which this one came off way easier. And I suppose I can pop that wire out right away. Like I said, twist lock on this one. That keeps it in that sleeve. And then pop out the little caps that cover your hex heads. Which actually, we're gonna try something here. I don't know if I'm doing a rotor. I don't know if I can keep the caliper bracket on. Maybe I can. And then I don't have to take the whole thing apart like I did, which would be kind of nice. Grip behind the front face of the rotor and pry back, which pushes the caliper off. If you can stay gripped. Well, that's genius. I'll have a Torx head in here. For those who are watching the final edit, there's supposed to be a Torx head in there, and that's an H7. You take that off, that allows the rotor to come off. we'll have to fix that later. See, because now the fucking rotor is just coming right out. Let's try taking the caliper bracket off. Caliper rack is 13/16, and it's the 2 hex heads behind the caliper. You'll see them, I promise. If you can't find them, I might not be able to help you, but throw it in the comments if you struggle finding them for some reason. Ow. That one's loose. Find the other one. Oh, the other one. There. That felt good. Well, they were on tight enough. That's always good. So that C-clamp idea that I did earlier, you can do that if you need to, but if you do this flathead screwdriver thing all the way, it's better. That rotor's gonna fall off. It's a little harder when the rotor's not attached. Maybe. I'm gonna cheat. Cheat, be smart. However, we don't have a torque set. We're gonna use a lot. That keeps it on enough. I don't need to. See, this side's actually way more watered down, it looks like. I actually did need to replace this side. For the pads, I mean. The rotor, of course, but... Your 2 hex heads, 13/16. Take this off. Yeah, I can't. I don't think, because I have to thread. Well, maybe. We'll see. Take this one out. I know that. So that's the back pad, or the front outside pad, I guess. Now, can I pop this one off? I would imagine the screwdriver back should do it without hitting the caliper boot. Whoa. That was interesting. Why did that whole thing move? Oh. They're fucking guide rails. Who knew? I didn't. So that comes out if you don't take it off, and brake grease, I think is what that is. Probably slide that on easier so you don't break the tabs off. I would imagine. So dare I not back it off all the way? Probably fine. I'm not gonna back it off all the way, and hopefully it doesn't cause me issues down the line. I think it's backed off enough. Brake pads. There. Rotor, as long as I'm doing this. Here. Take that lug out. Get it. Huh. That's an interesting heat pattern. Anyway. Yeah, that's your old rotor. There. And put this on. So in this case, like I said, these are directional, so there's left and right. It literally has a sticker on it that tells you that, because these have to go, so they'll rotate that way. Ooh, that fits nice and snug. That'll probably prevent vibration too. I like that. Hell, part of what might be vibrating is I didn't have that torque screw, which is still shitty as fuck. Should probably line that up so I can put it on later. That's why I don't have a torque screw. Somebody's an asshole. They snapped the fucking torque screw off and never drilled it out. Oh, that's fucking phenomenal. Damn, dude. Well, I don't know that it matters that I line it up anyway, but I will. Because maybe I can drill that out with the disc on, but I doubt it. If you do what I'm doing, do it at your own risk. I am not suggesting that you run a car without that secured. Not on these Audis anyway, because that might actually be what's causing the vibrations when I brake, or what caused the rotor to warp in the first place. Or not warp, but you know what I mean. Run out, whatever you fucking want to call it. Jesus. I know somebody will get technical in the comments. So the outside one pops in real nice and easy. Like I said earlier, this one, finagle around, but make sure your clips are inside that caliper, because you don't want to, well, actually, I don't even know if I can do this without putting that bracket in first, because if they do that, then I might not be able to, get that again. I don't know if I can get it in right now. Once that slid out, that was kind of hard to line back up. Yeah. It's hooking everything. There. Stemmed. Oh, and I pulled the other brake off. Oh, God. Moral of the story, probably easier to take that caliper bracket off overall, because lining everything up when you're trying to mess with it is kind of a pain. But I could be wrong. This is definitely a lot harder to line up. Holy shit. But it might be easier to pop on, I don't know. Or if I do that after. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, take this pad back out. Breaking shit. If I can not mar the shit out of the pad there. Ow. There's that back out. Put this in. That went a lot easier. Because I know how to put clips on now. So the clips are seated, not broken. This goes in this way. Okay, I did this once before. I can do it again. There we go. Why can't I line this up now? I don't like to line up like that. I don't think this is gonna work like this. Because I don't know how I would. Yeah, it doesn't sit over the. Okay. So, rewind on that. And I need H7s. Where are my H7s? There, H7. Might be easier to take it off this way though, because they're not exactly easy when they're behind the fucking car. Or inside the wheel well anyways. Because now I can finger loosen these off too. Just a little easier. Take the stems off. That's off. Now I can put the bracket on. Make sure you get that wire over the top where it actually comes out of, and then put the bracket on. Yeah, because it slips over the top. It's grooved. I get it. So it'll actually travel with the brake. Makes sense. Okay, so that's in place. I'm gonna leave this wire disconnected for right now, because that was hard last time. And then slip these over. I don't think this is backed off enough. Yeah, that's too tight. Oh, and the bracket came back off. Nice. So C-clamp it is, again. Which, I don't know if I can fit a C-clamp in there. Yeah, with the brake pads. So, backwards we go. Okay, now it's flat. So you're definitely going to want that flush, because at least with these brake pads, they did not fit if it wasn't completely flush, which I guess isn't completely uncommon. Brake pads back in. Might even stem them sliders before. Oh, there. My heads. No, it's not actually screwing. Oh, and the brake just came out. It's screwing in now, at least. There, that's that snug. Brake pad fucking fell out. Whew. Glad that slid back on without breaking tabs. I was worried I was going to break tabs off when I had to put that. Anyway. See, and now it slides on when you actually back the calipers off, so. I'm sweating a lot. Holy hell. Alright. Hex bolts. Those are your 13/16 yet again. Put those on. There it is. Okay, those are stemmed, threaded, whatever. Before I forget again, I'm gonna put this back on, which that's just a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm gonna do one side and then I'm gonna push the other side in and see how that works. Okay, yeah. So I hooked the bottom side first on the front where it was to begin with. I took this side, bent it around, hooked that in, and then I'll just tap it the rest of the way in. There. And there you go. So that's where the clip's supposed to be. Which I'll have to take the other wheel back off and do that. But no big deal. 13/16. There it is. Ooh, you're in pain. I don't know why you're in pain. Okay, let's try to finger tighten it again. Oh, good Lord. There we go. Okay, that's finger tight. thought it was finger tight. Top. There we go. So that one's done. Now switch back over to my H7. Tighten those down. Okay, that one's good. Hook the wire back up, lock her in. Twist it there. Okay, that's hooked up. That wire needs to be there. We can probably twist it like there. Should be alright there. Alright. Put the caps back on. Turn. Kind of double checking myself at this point. Torx head's not on, that's not fun, but we'll deal with it. Take this back off, and we're done. I'm gonna put the tire on and stuff like that, but I'm gonna end this live at this point. I hope this was helpful for anybody looking for kind of a walkthrough on it. Hopefully I explained enough. And yeah, we will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.